So back to being an entertainer, like you said,
Hmm.
like from Quality Control, the song Laos, you talk about being an entertainer and not a star.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was just wondering if you have like a responsibility, for your audience, or like, and how do you maintain that mind state and living in a city like Hollywood and LA.
It's a trip. It's a case by case basis. You know what I'm saying? I go through times where I wish that guy. I look at guys that are peers of mine or that I'm just a fan of, and I'm like amazed at their music. Then I might meet them, and I'm like, this guy's an asshole, or this guy has no clue about just being a regular person, or this guy's really comfortable in being isolated from his fans, because of his security or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I get caught in wondering why people just can't be people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what we do, why we just can't be people. Now, when I start pondering on that, I kind of battle with myself because I'm like, who are you to ask the next man to think like you? Is what I be thinking to myself. Like, man, I guess I can't expect this guy to grasp this whole thing the way I'm doing it, and I guess I can't grasp it the way that they are doing it. So I shouldn't be mad or what have you. But I get salty about it sometimes. Like, this is terrible, man, because I see it's people like, okay, let's say Dave Matthews.
Right,
Did a song with Dave Matthews.
yeah.
It's one of the coolest guys I've ever met on the planet. Right? One of the biggest stars I've ever met as well. Really cool dude. Extremely cool. Ain't got like security guards riding with him. He can go outside and go to the store and all that shit. It's really amazing to me.
Wow.
Then you got cats who, you can't move around, or they can't move because they feel like somebody's after them. So they got like 15 dudes with them, or some crazy security, or some weird way that they do things where it makes people go, what the hell is wrong with them? So it's just weird, man. I'm sorry I go on a tangent
Yeah.
about that,
No.
like crazy. There's nothing wrong with being a star. Somebody like KRS-One is a star. Like, I've watched him on the Rock the Bells tour amongst all of the people that's on that tour, and people turn and look. It's like he's glowing or something. It's like, oh my God, people are like, what?
Just shining.
But he's still like humble dude. He ain't rolling with security and this and the third. He talks to everybody and make sure everybody. I admire those qualities in artists who can do that. So I kind of like gravitate more towards those type of people.
It's great.
I try.
How do you feel about the education system in the country, and what role does hip hop play in that?
Well, I mean, we got a bad education system in America, man, in a lot of different cities, a lot of different urban cities. I'm from Chicago, one of the worst education systems in America. Okay, and people like Oprah, leaving, sucking Chicago dry, then leaving and going to build a school in Africa somewhere. And no problem with that. It's beautiful that she's trying to do that. But you live, you work, your income is generated off the city of Chicago, where in America, that's one of the worst school systems on the planet. Take them millions that you got, interject them in the city, help us out. You know what I mean? That's the type of thing that I'm thinking. It's a lot of cats who got hundreds of millions of dollars. And you talking stimulus plan. It's like, dude, just come out your pocket for a second. Give me 10 million. It ain't gonna hurt you, and Uncle Sam gonna reward you for doing it. Let's do it. You know what I mean? It'll fix. Just Bill Cosby stay somewhere in Philly. Philly's fucked up with the education system. It's like, help us out. You know what I mean? And I ain't even just going at the black entertainers. I'm talking about entertainers. You know what I'm saying? You got cats like Brad Pitt and them dudes from down south somewhere, like New Orleans. Tell me New Orleans don't need some help.
I know.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking. The education system in America, to me, is fucked up. And hip hop plays a role in the sense that it's like the urban news report, so to speak. You know what I mean? It talks about issues that, even the smallest issues, that the news or your school ain't telling you. You know what I mean? And it covers a wide range of shit. You know what I mean? It ain't just like, concentrated on the bad things that happen in the city today.
Right.
It covers a lot of stuff. It covers living. It covers things that, like I tell my son, I'm like, what'll help the school system is if out the gate they teach you one thing that we all have to deal with as Americans that can make or break us is how to pay your taxes. Why that ain't taught in school? I gotta learn that shit when you get out of school. That's some bullshit right there. You know what I mean? It's just one aspect of how I think about it. So
Yeah.
I think, like I said, hip hop plays a huge part in the sense that you got kids who ain't doing their homework, but they listening to Soulja Boy. You know, it's one of those things. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if nothing else, if you can't see the world like how I see the world, at least see how what you're doing affects the people who will be running this planet tomorrow. Yeah.
Well put. So I know you were talking about it earlier, about the accident that you were in the tour bus with J5, and how does that affect your perspective on life?
It's a big ass scar.
Wow.
Big ass scar and a plate right here.
Oh my goodness.
It looked like a spider. It looked like a little mechanical spider in my head. I feel like I'm bionic or some shit. Nah, but in the year 2000, Jurassic 5 was on the Warp Tour, which is damn cool. It was weird, but it was cool. You know, I had been on there 2 years previous with Ozone Motley, so I kind of knew what we was getting into, but the fellas didn't. They were like, what the fuck? You know, it was like, you know, straight summer camp kind of, you know.
2000, we were on the Warp Tour. We played in Nashville, and it was our bus driver's hometown. Now, up until we got to Nashville, this guy was an amazing guy, as far as I know. You know, he's a really cool dude. I'm an early guy. I'm up earlier than everybody on the bus all the time. So I'd go up there and kick it with him and talk to him. He's really cool. Family man, the whole shit, you know.
Nice.
We get to Nashville. Our generator in the bus breaks. So we got to get it fixed. And the other one was kind of on its way out. So we had to get it fixed during the day while we were playing. Now, usually the bus drivers, they go to sleep, you know. And that day he didn't go to sleep because he was trying to get the thing fixed. So, and also, a couple of guys in our band was trying to hurry up and leave Nashville after we finished the show because we were down on our way towards New Orleans so that they could see family. So it was, you know, it was kind of that was the mission that we were on. Well, this guy, while the bus was being fixed, he comes to the show, he brings his family, he wants them to meet us, this and the third. Whole time he's not getting sleep. We drive, finally. It's like 2 in the after the generators get fixed, and we're like 15 minutes outside of Nashville, and this guy falls asleep. Now, we're in a 43-foot-long Prevost bus. Or was it an Eagle? I can't remember. One of them joints. Tour bus, right?